time for a little nostalgia. My dad used to work for the Ford Motor Company, and he got this, I don't know, we've had this old film for many, many years, and I always wanted to see what was on it, and finally found a projector to play it, and this little projector box thingy, put your camcorder in here, shine the projector in there, and lets you transfer this to I don't know what YouTube does with their copyright things or whatever. I don't know if this is copy protected or anything, but I thought I'd take a chance and share with you what I dubbed anyway. It was a interesting film anyway. So this is what I'm going to show. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Take those bags down and grab a cab for me, would you please? I'm going to the airport fast.
Thank you, Mr. Hager. Come see us again.
Room 927. J.W. Coleman.
Any charges this morning?
No. Would you step on in, please? I'm in a very great hurry. Your switchboard operator didn't call me until 8:30. I'll have to call for 7:30.
Well, don't complain to me, sir. That's not my department. Thought you said you didn't have any charges today. A couple of long-distance phone calls here.
Today? Oh, those were made last night.
Must have been made after midnight. It's dated today.
Okay. What's my bill?
Oh, just a minute. Only got two hands. $22.60. Come back and see us again.
Not if I can help it. Flight 191.
191, sir?
Yep.
Well, sorry, sir, but operations has informed us that flight will be at least an hour late.
Damn. What's the trouble? It can't be the weather.
All I know, sir, is you're now scheduled to take off at 10:45.
Well, what about... Oh, nuts.
Hello there.
Aren't you Coleman of Coleman Motors back home?
That's right. John Coleman, and you're,
Saunders. Bill Saunders, a steel company out on Seminole. Remember?
Oh, sure. I thought you looked familiar. Haven't seen you in quite a while.
May I have your attention, please? There will be a further delay in Flight 191. We are now scheduled to depart at 11:15.
Oh, no, not again. I wonder what the trouble can be.
They never tell you. Just keep postponing the departure time. Well, maybe I can find out.
Don't waste your time. I tried to find out from old Stoneface there. Says he doesn't know, and what's more, he doesn't seem to care.
I know just what you mean.
I thought the airlines were famous for their courtesy and service. At least that's what they've been advertising for years.
Of course, most of them still are.
Maybe they're getting a little too independent to bother about a little thing like considering the customer.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's not a little thing. Poor handling is one of the fastest ways I know for any business concern to turn a customer right over to its nearest competitor.
Exactly.
How many times have you walked out of a hotel, restaurant, barbershop, gift shop, what have you, and said, boy, I'm never again going to give a nickel's worth of business to that outfit?
I imagine we all have.
And the main reason usually boils down to attitude. The way you were treated. Right?
It happened to me not too long ago. A case of attitude. I used to buy a lot of things in this particular store. You know, I was a regular customer, but not anymore. You see, I bought this hi-fi set, and I had trouble with the tone arm.
Miss Davidson. Miss Davidson, would you please step to the desk?
Excuse me.
Passenger Davidson, please.
You know, in our business, we call regular customers who keep coming back for sales and service loyal owners. We figure they're worth their weight in gold, believe me.
You must have changed.
Huh?
Because you and your people at Coleman Motors didn't feel that way. Not back in the days when I was one of your loyal customers. Remember?
What? What happened?
Well, it's all water over the dam now.
No. I'd like to know what happened.
Well, for one thing, when I did switch my loyalty, as you call it, apparently no one out there missed me. Never even tried to find out why I changed.
Well, I'd sure like to know. What was the reason?
Well, it was a little thing, really, but to me it was important because, again, it was a reflection of attitude more than anything else. All right. I'll tell you exactly what happened. You realize, Mr. Gregg, that since I bought this car new almost 10 months ago, I've had it in here a total of 14 times, 3 times in the last month.
Like I say, Mr. Saunders, we've done everything possible. We even reground your valves.
And you did that without my authority, but let that pass. The point is, the car still isn't running right.
Mr. Saunders, I personally road tested your car, and it seems all right. I just don't know why you...
You know, I think you put your finger on the trouble finally right there. You don't know. Maybe I should take the car someplace where they do know what they're doing.
There's nothing the matter with our mechanics, Mr. Saunders. You don't have to worry about that. Now, we've done...
Why doesn't the car run the way it should?
Well, it runs all right for me. Well, frankly, I think you're one of those people who, once they have some trouble, is darn near impossible to satisfy no matter what we do.
Impossible, huh? Well, maybe so. In that case, I'll go where it is possible. That's exactly what I did. The nearest place I came to was one of your competitors.
And?
Well, they eventually found the trouble was a faulty carburetor. Thing would work all right for a while, and then suddenly, poof. So they put in a new one. That's all that was needed.
Carburetor, huh? Well, I'm surprised, because actually the boys in my service department are...
Now, look, I admit that tricky carburetor wasn't an easy thing to spot. The other people just happened to catch it when it was acting up. No, the real reason I left wasn't because of the carburetor. I left you people because your man, Gregg, let his personal feelings get the upper hand.
Well, good Lord, man, he's only human. You were giving him a pretty rough time.
Even so, cost you a customer, didn't it? And I bought 3 new cars since then. Was the argument worth it? And if it happened to me, I'll bet it's happened to others, too. Think it over.
And I did more than just think it over. I went through our sales and service records and pulled out the names of several former customers who, like Saunders, had bought at least 2 or more cars from us in the past, but were now driving competitive makes and, of course, having serviced elsewhere. Then I went to see these people in person to try and find out exactly why they were no longer numbered among our loyal owners. Just on a hunch, I borrowed a tape recorder and took it along. And I got a lot of answers like, oh, here, just listen. And so I'd really appreciate it if you'd tell me why.
Oh, I don't know, Coleman. I mostly changed over to Chevy because of styling, I guess. Besides, they made me a pretty good deal. That what you want to know?
Well, I can answer that very easily. It's just that from the standpoint of my particular business in this town, I feel I should spread my trade around. Know what I mean? Next year, I'll probably switch to still another make car.
As a practical nurse, naturally, I do a lot of driving in my work.
Yes, Mrs. Harrison, I imagine you do.
So I just got to keep my car in good running order. Well, one of the salesmen from Coates over on Clawson Street said he heard I was having some trouble trying to get service out of you people. So he came after me. Guess he caught me at the right time. And I do have to admit, they do keep my car in good running order. Start, great, even on the coldest days.
Well, those are all pretty normal reasons, aren't they? Any outfit in town could get those same answers, right?
That's right. But I also got some answers I didn't expect or like. Just listen some more.
Sure. I don't mind telling you why. Fact is, I'll start by saying I wouldn't buy another car from Coleman Motors if you gave it to me for cost, or even less.
Mr. Clemens, you were a regular customer of ours. And then...
Then I defected to the Dodge boys, eh? Well, I didn't defect. You chased me away. You're right, I was a good customer of yours. And I thought I ought to be treated like one. I mean, let's face it. Treat me like a king till I bought, then nothing.
How do you mean?
Well, first of all, I get to run around by the service department. Bring the car in for, you know, little adjustments like the glove compartment door or a window that stuck and wouldn't close. Did they fix it right? No. Gave me the idea they were too busy to bother with my little jerky problems. And the salesman, jeez, I try to get him to help. You know, talk to the service guys for me. He'd stay away like I was some kind of poison or something. Right today, he don't even speak when he sees me on the street. Yet, believe it or not, that clunk still sends me literature and postcards. I should come in and see him? Fat chance.
You may or may not remember, the last car I bought from you had given me a lot of trouble. It never was right. I mean, from the very first day. In fact, one time one of your mechanics said that if he attempted the correction, the cure would be worse than the complaint. Well, right or wrong, I got the feeling that you people just didn't care, except that I pay my monthly service bill. Which, in my opinion, was way out of line. I mean, way too high, in spite of your so-called warranty and the things it was supposed to cover.
Well, I wish you'd spoken to me about it.
Well, Coleman, I did. Twice. Once on the phone, once I even wrote you a letter. But nothing happened. I just figured you people didn't care. Well, I mean, you asked me why we don't buy our cars from you anymore.
That's exactly what I asked.
Well, it's because I not only get good service where I am now, but they seem to go out of their way to give me the impression, at least, that they care about me as a customer and want to keep me. So can you blame me?
Begin to see what I'm getting at? Oh, I got a lot more of them on here. I'll just play a couple of high spots.
I just resent being treated as though I were stupid. And believe me, I'm not.
I'll tell you that you people at Coleman Motors have a lot to learn about how to treat a customer, because I'm never, and I mean never, coming back.